The one thing that I've learned in the last month since this happened, since March 16th, the one thing that I've taken from all this is...
Hi guys, welcome to Oceanside Strong Campaign. I'm Al Gordon. I got a very special guest with me today. I'll call him the mayor. And I know he's technically not the mayor of Oceanside, but in my book, he's the mayor. He knows everybody, what's going on, from the beach all the way to the rolling hills in Oceanside. I have with me Josh with Living Tea. All right, Josh, let's get down to it.
All right, brass tacks.
Did you bring any kombucha today?
I did not bring any kombucha.
Okay, I just want to make sure people know what you do. Like, this is a kombucha guy.
Well, we got glass too, so it breaks easy, so I always forget.
Okay.
And everything's in kegs too, so it's like I can only put so many kegs on each side of me, you know.
That's all right. So you have a special place in our organization. The kombucha is always delicious. We finish off the 2 big containers. We're sipping it like shots.
Oh wow, savoring.
We're savoring it. Yes. So we're doing this Oceanside Strong campaign.
Yes. We're staying strong.
Yes. So I know you're the mayor. What's going on? I'm just going to sit back and let you tell me what's going on.
What a great question to lead with, like completely open-ended. Man, I'll tell you what's going on. I just rode my bike in our local area here. I went all the way down to Carlsbad, and honestly, it's hard to answer that question. I don't know what's going on. I feel like every business owner that I talk to is like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? Like, we're trying to just weather the storm. Like, candid conversations. It feels like you can't talk as long as you like because somebody bikes by or walks by and you're like, oh, now we got to go.
Right.
But, it's crazy. It's crazy to see this place from the last time that we spoke and even just, a month ago, to go from this hustling, bustling little city to, now it's just neighbors. So there's a lot of good conversations happening, for sure. I would say that. Neighbors are finally out and about. It's almost like when they cut the power a couple of years ago. Everybody came out, everybody was barbecuing or having a kombucha with somebody and sharing a story or a tea, which thank you for that, Al and Rochelle.
You're welcome.
Very delicious. But yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy month for sure. And a lot of people are, it's a combination of what you're looking at on paper and just being like, whoa, to also there's a lot of opportunity, and it's like, how can we take this time to, do things like shop online or figure out, who to spend our money with and what we really need and who are the friends we need and who are the family that's going to be around to support us, man. It's like everybody's coming together on this thing. So as trying as it may be, it's a good challenge, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to make the best out of it.
No. I mean, saying a good challenge. I mean, if everything's always fine, how do you know how strong you are? Is when the S hit the fan, let's see what you're made out of. Truly. And that's where I'm coming from. I'm like, yes, okay, we're still alive, the light's still on, we got clean running water. Yeah. Trust me.
The one thing that I've learned in the last month since this happened, since March 16th, which is when they put the directive out that like to go only, stay 6 feet, all these restaurants that had to like rethink how they're either going to stay open or just close. Like whether or not you can afford that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 rent in some of these parts of San Diego and Orange County and LA. I mean, these people put up a lot of money and they employ a huge amount of people. I mean, the first thing that I saw was, 300, 400 people getting laid off in a day. The hourly worker was just immediately impacted. And it's turning into the rent cycle now too, which then now, property owners are just kind of like, what's going to happen here? So, but again, then you look at this global perspective and you're like, wow, we are literally all navigating this storm here. But the one thing that I've taken from all this is we do not have a food shortage in Oceanside, California, San Diego. As of today and as of what appears to be the coming months, we have plenty of food, we have plenty of resources. And now it's just this shell game almost, or like a way to fight this red tape versus that red tape to designate this as, individual consumption versus commercial consumption and all this. But either way, like restaurants are stepping up. They're feeding a ton of people. The affluent neighborhoods are still just coming in and doing takeout and just, spending their hard-earned money that may not come in, 2 or 3 months from now. Because nobody knows where this is going. Nobody knows how long it's going to go for. But we do know, like you said, we're here. The lights are on. The beach is still right here. Yeah. The air is nice. Mother Nature's enjoying this time off as well. So we're still here. We got to do what we can for everyone and just be as safe as possible.
Well, the one good thing about your business is that kombucha lasts a long time. Let me tell you something. That thing lasts a long time, and it's still refreshing and good.
And raw products in general. Look at tea, for instance. The ingredient. It's a raw product. You're not pasteurizing a dried tea leaf. You dry it to preserve it. And this is preservation methods. So wines and tequilas and anything that's being preserved right now is like, everybody's looking at that shelf life, but it's nothing like spinach. Spinach is getting messed up right now. Potatoes are going soft quick, So yeah, kombucha and anything raw, and anything that's preserved, anything that's been a tradition of holding, keeping, and passing on is definitely in a good slot right now, in a good, part of this moving machine that we don't really understand right now.
You just moved into a bigger location because of growth, which is great. Have you had to do anything to streamline your business within the last month or so?
I mean, right now, everybody's just holding on as much as they can. There's a lot of hypothetical talk about money coming in, but the way that money works, from what I'm understanding, is the talk about money and the yeses and the this is happening and you're gonna get that happens first, and then you got about how long of a lag out? Like months, years maybe. Nobody that I know has received anything, which is challenging. So what we've had to do, one of the hardest things that we've had to do, is lay off all non-essential workers. And so as a business owner, you're really looking at your staff and at your people of like, what is essential first? What is the definition of essential? And then two, who do you keep? Who do you want to hold on? You can make more money in unemployment right now for the next 3 months. And it's hard hiring people, actually. If you're a company that's trying to expand, like what we want to do, and do the online ordering and bottlings and all these things, that is a part of our company that we never looked at because we were just so busy with keg service and with restaurant service, and we're only so many people, right? So when you look at bottling and all this stuff, you have to hire people that know these skills, but these people are paid very well, and you're getting an extra $600 a week supposedly with unemployment. And so sometimes it works out, pencils out better for them than to exactly. And there's a safety element too. If you know someone that's sick, or if you've been sick yourself, you don't want to go to work. And some people have that perspective too, where they'd rather shelter in place, and the government's making that easy, which is great. If you can do it, do it. But from a business owner perspective, it changes the game. You figure out your non-essential workers, and you let them play the game of unemployment, at least for the next month or two. And then, we're turning off refrigerators. We're, shutting off our heat, which we have a temperature-controlled climate. We've brewed through all of our product. We've kegged it all. All the fermenters are just sitting there now, empty. We're going to clean the hell out of the place. This is like, I felt like immediately this was like a forced spring cleaning.
Yeah, I tell people, just clean up. Just start, you're good.
What you can do.
I completely agree with you.
And it's great too, because the owners are now the ones doing it, and we've always known that we're our most valuable employee, bottom line. So, we didn't want to clean the toilets. We got away with it for some time, I mean, I came to this part of the country, at a time where everything is, for 10 years, we're just killing it. I came 2009, I graduated playing college football, and that was right after 2008. Everything just started going up from there. And, now we're in a whole new ball game, but there's a lot of people that benefited from that for, a dozen or so years. And you didn't see them as often, in some of these parts of San Diego and some of these parts of Orange County and LA. The beauty with Oceanside, where we're from, and Oceanside Strong, is a lot of those business owners were already there. So now they just had to step into doing more, which we already do so much, right? Like, it was a total challenge. But, it's great to see business owners now on the streets, and you can talk to them, and you can ask them how they're doing. It's a very like finger on the pulse kind of world if you're able to step outside. and not just hang out in your house, which for me, that was never an option. So some people it is, and you got to respect that decision. That is, we got to do what we have to do to stay safe and healthy. So.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. I'm lost for words. I mean, lost for words, but it's such good intel, and I just want people to come across with it, just taking notes. So-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing this, and sometimes people just need another way of looking at the same situation. And it could just trigger one thing and change your whole thought process on the situation, and that's what we need right now.
And I think the perspective that we all need to have, no matter what you're seeing, what you're watching, who you're talking to, is that we got this. Yeah. This is where we come from. This is our people, man. We've come through nothing but trials, tribulations, mandates, shutdowns, sickness. It's like the common knowledge with health. It's never a problem if you get sick. It's a problem if you don't get healthy. So if you're not able to get through it, you're going to have an issue. And it's the same thing with COVID. If you come down with it, you have to have that perspective that you got this, and that the people that are going to come into your life from that point forward are going to carry you into health. That's it.
But it all starts here. That placebo's here. That's why people don't. It's all here. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
What's up, world? I am Josh with Living Tea Kombucha here in Oceanside, California, and we got this, people. We're Oceanside's